What's the deal, Lakers Nation? And welcome back to another episode of the Lakers Corner, where we talk all things Lakers. Today's Tuesday, October 17th. It means that we're just 7 short days away from Lakers regular season basketball. So let's go ahead and waste no time and get into the greatest player in Lakers history to ever wear number 7. And that's none other than Lamar Odom, the halftime celebrity, halftime NBA player. Played in the NBA for 14 years, wore number 7 through it all. He was a 2-time champion, 1-time Sixth Man of the Year. And to me, what makes it so special is that he won all these accolades and did all these great things in his career as a Laker. Lamar was a real special player, man. He played in the Lakers for 7 years, and all 7 years that he was on the Lakers, he averaged 13 points or more. He was a 6'10", 230-pound foreman who really excelled at that position because he was too fast for traditional fours. So traditional fours who try to guard him, he would just bring them out, go to the three-point line. He was too quick on his feet, and essentially he was stretching the floor. He was doing exactly what today's day and age bigs, today's 4s and 5s are supposed to be doing. That's exactly what Lamar was doing back in 2008, 2007, 2009. So for the traditional 4, he would stretch them out. He was too quick for them. But for the threes that try to guard him, he was way too big and way too strong and would just be able to shoot right over the top of the threes that would try to guard him. So he was exactly what they used to call back in the day tweener. He was a tweener player. And it's crazy because tweener players back in the day, they would be out of the league. So it's like, oh, I'm sorry, man. Like you can't play the 3, nor can you play the 4. You're kind of stuck in the middle. But today's day and age, tweeners be getting bags. If you're a tweener, that's exactly what they want you to do in today's day and age. So Lamar was a man that was ahead of his time. He was a definition of what you need type player. Like what you need, I got. Like Wendy's, what you need 4 for 4, I got. Because when the Lakers needed Lamar to fill in for Andrew Bynum or the other Lakers 5-man, he was able to do that. He was more than capable of doing that. Granted, he was a small 5-man, and at times when he went up against other 5s, like you could tell he wasn't a real true 5. But on the offensive end, he would force the other team's 5 to have to come out, and again, that was just stretching the floor, doing something that the NBA didn't even know they were going to be doing 10, 15 years down the line, because that's what the league is now. Can my players stretch out your players on the court? Because he was making the other team's 5-man have to come out to the perimeter because he was just too quick. So that's why he was really a perfect tweener, what you need type player. So he could come in as a starter and fill in for Andrew Bynum if that's what needed to be at the 5, but he can also be that starting 4, but he can also take a step back and even come off the bench as a starting 5 or a starting 4 and still be effective, right? That's why he won the Sixth Man of the Year in 2010, 2011, is because Lamar was able to find a role where he's effective on the court, off the court, coming off the bench, coming on, starting the game. It don't really matter for Lamar. He's going to be able to find his stride and be effective no matter what. And to me personally, man, that's what makes you great, because let's be honest, y'all, the NBA is the top of the top, is the elite of the elite. All these guys, even the worst player in the NBA on your favorite team, them niggas could hoop. Them niggas could really, really hoop. And they were the best player in their high school, probably the best player in their college. They were Mr. State of wherever they're from, most likely. But the thing is, though, y'all, what makes a great player, and when you get to the NBA, is can you play with other great players, or are you that type of player where only you can shine and everybody else has to suck? Because if that's the case, I'm good off you. I don't want to play 4-on-5. I'd rather play with 4 other players who can still be effective, maybe not as great as they're supposed to be when they're getting all the shots, but still being effective and still allowing other players to be the best version of themselves. And that's exactly what Lamar Odom did, man. He was able to play with other great players and still be great himself. But y'all know what we like to do, man. We like to talk about our favorite story. And for the whole countdown, I've been doing all these series. So you can go back, check all the episodes. I've been talking about a story, an on-the-court story that has to do with the player. This was my first off-the-court story, and it has to be with my boy Lamar Odom because, I remember being a kid, and I love candy. I've always loved candy as a child, and I guess Lamar Odom does too, because I remember being a kid and finding out a fun fact that after every single game, Lamar Odom has a freaking limo full of candy that he just goes into and just indulges in the candy. Like after every game, we was talking about an NBA player. We talking about a 2-time champion, played at the highest possible level of basketball, and my man's eating candy after the game. As a kid, that gave me motivation. It's like, shoot, I can eat candy and make it to the league still. So that's why that's my favorite memory. But there you have it, though, y'all. That is the greatest player in Lakers history to ever wear number 7. Y'all let me know in the comment section down below if you got somebody else. Make sure to subscribe to join the family, and I'll see y'all at 6, man. Deuces.